in the 21st century. Hard-working people working hard for you and me. Moving higher, time and time again. Through the years you'll find us here. Moving higher.
Good morning and welcome to Moving Iron Podcast Market Rundown with Chip Nellinger. Chip, big day today. Got a big report coming out, and it looks like there is going to be a fair amount of activity that comes off of that. So what's your thoughts on that, and where do you see stuff headed today?
Yeah, it could be a real wild day. The November crop report, there's some difference of opinions, especially on beans, as far as yield goes. So we're going to have an interesting day today. It's an important report. There's not a report, at least from a production standpoint, a yield standpoint, in December, and then we have the final one in January. So this is going to set the stage for the next 2 months of trading activity. I think most people, the average estimate is for fractionally lower on corn, 6-7 tenths of a bushel lower on corn, a couple tenths of a bushel lower on beans. However, it's kind of split down the middle there. Some people think bean yield's going up. Some people think they're going down, so that means that there's a potential for a surprise there. On the betting man, just as late and as poor conditions as we had in the last half and for sure last third of harvest here, especially corn, we've had some big wind events. I don't see how corn yields go up. I think they were too high already. Regardless of the wind and the rain, I think they were too high in Illinois for sure. In Iowa, most likely. So we'll see what they find today. It'll be a good report from the standpoint they're going to have some actual data, and that's important as well because they're going to start zeroing this in. Get some world numbers too, and that's probably most important from the wheat standpoint. There's some discrepancies on some of these crop sizes, particularly Australia. There's a big difference between what the private numbers are coming out of there and versus what the USDA has them. There's also some difference of opinions on the export capacity of Europe and particularly the Black Sea and Russia on wheat. So we'll see if there's any adjustments there that could have a big effect on wheat prices. But it's always an uncertain time and prone to big surprises. So it could be a very volatile day. And it really does, in my opinion, set the stage for the next 60 days as we get deeper into winter here and, talk about what's the final crop size. And then we're in that transition by that point in time to what's the acreage going to be, what's the upcoming weather, what's South American weather, kind of the new crop standpoint. So we're kind of starting into a transition here, early stage of transition. Yeah, I'm back with you, Casey.
Okay, sorry about that. Some technical difficulties there. Go ahead. I think it could be a pretty wild day today. I'm kind of expecting slightly lower yields. And then the other thing on kind of behind this all, in a couple of weeks, we've got this G20 meeting where President Trump, the Chinese president, are supposed to have dinner and talk more about trade issues. They seem more open to talking than they have been. So even if it's a touch negative, you've got that underlying this market, and it should support any price break, especially in beans. So starting into the market's been pretty dead, lethargic in the grains, and we may be kind of starting into a period where we get a little more action, a little more volatility. Right on, Chip. If guys want to touch base with you and work on a plan, how would they do that?
Yeah, best way is just give us a call at the office, 309-550-7213. We'd love to just give you a quick free evaluation of your risk management plan and a couple pieces of advice. So no obligation, no cost. We'd love to talk to you. Just give us a call.
All right, Chip. Thanks, buddy. And turn to Sirius Channel 147 Rural Radio here in about 5 minutes, and you get to hear old Chip on the radio again. So, Chip, have a good one. We'll talk to you again on Sunday.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Casey.
See you, Chip.
Moving higher in the 21st century. Hard-working people working hard for you.